Hello to you all, welcome to Magnificus guide video, where I'm going to fully explain all its components, how to properly use it, the market, time frames, how to set up the alerts, the pro and con, and the closure statement. So Magnificus strategy, it's a trend trading strategy. This one is mainly designed for shorter time frames. It's only made of leading indicators. In this case, we are using multiple type of moving averages, and at the same time, we make with them multiple type of rules like crosses, distance between them, compare to the current position of the candle, if they are one above the other, and more stuff like this one. At the same time, it has inside the risk management, which is, well, it's in general it's at the end of the candle, which is, so it means we have a dynamic risk management. So if we close, for example, if we cross the high the high of the current candle or the low of the current candle with a stop loss or with a take profit, we are going to exit at the end of the candle. Yeah, it's mainly used for the crypto assets, but I believe if you are going to try with some other trading markets, like for example stocks or some commodities, futures and so on, I believe it can be made to work there as well. But on my experience, I only tested with crypto assets. So in this case, I noticed that in general 10, 15, 20 minutes kind of tend to work the best. Sometimes half an hour as well, sometimes 5 minutes as well. But on my opinion, I tend to stay more with 15, 20 minutes. I made this example here with Doge USDT. So the way to properly use it, I would say, if you want to have at least 1 or 2 months or trades before you start to look again into the updates, is the same as with Dominus. So I would recommend to go, for example, on the latest trade that we have. So in this case, it would be April. So you would go on this one, and we will do the same as we did with Dominus. We will check to see how it performed in the past as well. So in this case, you can see that I don't know why we don't have any data on the. There we go. There we go. So in this case, for example, we would check to see how it would have performed in this period as well. So in this case, from June 2020 until the present date, so we can see it's still valid. Yeah, we have a very low win rate, but look at this. When we are going to win, we are going to win 4.4 and 2.5 with the 30% win rate. It's pretty damn good. But yeah, in the current scenario, it's even better. We reached the 40% win rate, and we still maintain that with 2.4 in this case and 1.6. So the profit factor. So yeah, sorry. So as I said, you would go, on this with the replay, you would go on the latest amount of history that you have. Here you would make the optimization that you would want to make with the moving averages, the source, the lengths, and so on. And I would recommend initially to take off the risk management, so you would have 100 or put some big values. Or if you do it, don't change it at all. If you want to work a little bit more, you can move into the take profit and stop loss as well. So once you have all this data, we can see, for example, a set of tools that you all more or less agree with it, then you will go back into the future and check if these settings are performing as well nicely in the future. If they do that, you can consider them as a set of tools which can be used for forward trades. And I would suggest, at least if you are, depending on the type of time frame that you have, each 5,000 candles to 10,000 candles, more or less, to take a big look and see if the strategy is performing more or less the same way as it was at the beginning. If not, maybe it's going to be a time, to readjust it, change some make some optimizations and so on. So yeah, like I said, that's what we have for it. Now in terms of In terms of, for example, how to set up the alert, you can see that it's kind of the same system with all of them. We have long exit, short exit. I recommend always to stay with once per bar close. When you set it up here, for example, you would put the message from the bot, like for example from T-commas, you will enter here, like you would have long entry bot. If you are going to use both long and short, which is honestly recommended with this strategy, I recommend to have a delay when you have a long entry, a short entry, 5-10 seconds at least, so you can assure that it's going to give plenty of time to exit from the previous trade. That's going to be one. Now, yeah, I believe I said that. The components, I believe I speak previously, but if you want to take a look, this is all the type of moving averages that we have and the complementary moving average that we have. You know, so with all of them, we are going to make different type of combination. As I said, it's mainly used for short time frame. What else? Now, regarding the pro and con, yeah, regarding the pro and con, this one is trend trading strategy. You can have huge wins and profits with it as long as it's correctly optimized and tested. However, at the same time, if it's incorrectly optimized, or if the market start to change, the dynamics start to change and so on, you can also have big losses, you know, with it. So that should be a drawdown. That should be a con. Yeah, as well, if you have a side market period, you are going to be affected as well. So in theory, it's best to use and look into pairs that, you know, they are trading. Doesn't matter if it's long or short, you know, but as long as you have this type of movements, which are going to be, let me put the line, you know, so as long as you have this type of movements, you can see that always, you know, it was one trend or another. So in this case, this is the type of tools that we have. You see, for example, here, a little bit of side market, but it's side market short, then again, then short, so you would benefit, you know, from all this type of movements with it. So yeah, at the same time, as I said, I expect you know, if you want to use it, to properly follow the rules that I said previously when you are making the backtested optimization. You know, it's very important to make sure that you're not going to enter in the overfit scenario. However, you will have less chance, for example, than with dominoes due to the nature of the components that it has. But yeah, you know, overall, for people who want to be more active, you know, and would prefer more like, I would say, a day trade approach, but it's still a swing, honestly. Because, for example, you can see in this example, the average period in a trade is 30 bars. Which is more or less 60 minutes, so it's around 10 hours. But yeah, you know, if you are going to look into it for some semi-automatic, it can, of course, it can be used for that as well. But yeah, there you go with the video for Magnificus. I hope you enjoyed, and see you next time. Bye bye.